have the honor to represent the family to welcome everyone, especially the Eckenberger family and friends and loved ones that have taken the time, to travel distance and to come to beautiful sunny California.
To fall, but watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty in all she is. I will be brave, I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 One step closer. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
First, I'd like to say thank you on behalf of Jay and Brigitte. They all thank you very much for being here. I know it means a lot to them. Jay and Brigitte mark their transition as a couple by celebrating the love between themselves and the love in this room, including the love of their parents, siblings, extended family, and dear friends. without that love today would be far less joyous. Well, this is where it gets good. Okay. Let me tell you about a man from Minnesota and a woman raised in Washington, and how swiping right during the pandemic led them before us here today. It's March of 2020. The pandemic forces everybody into lockdown. Bored in their homes, Jay and Brigitte began exploring their dating apps, hopefully most of you, seeking connection and conversation. When they both swiped right, a match was born. Yay. So modern. Always the rule followers, they decided it was best not to meet in person yet. No friends, no restaurants, no large family gatherings, no real-world situations. They truly got to know each other by sharing information over the phone, kind of like that Netflix show during the pandemic called Love is Blind. Really sweet. As they got to know each other, Jay learned about Bridget's love for sports. Mm-hmm. Falling deeper in love with her as she shared stats and facts about his favorite teams. And Brigitte learned about Jay's love for reading. He asked her to read a book together. That's cute. And went out of his way to gift her books from a historic bookstore from downtown. Gift her things. Both thought they'd met the perfect match. After the world reopened, they slowly introduced each other into their daily lives. Spending time together, they both realized that the books and sports were just a way to show acceptance of one another's interests. Or they catfished each other. Yeah, but either way, it led to making it official. They had friend and family gatherings, went to concerts, had movie dates, festivals, took trips to museums, so many fun things. Their first monumental decision as a couple came in the form of an adopted cat named Remy. After establishing their love for Remy, they affirmed their love for each other. Jay proposed during a trip to the Canadian mountains surrounded by lush green forests. Jay and Brigitte complement each other so well. Jay brings out the best in Brigitte, inspiring confidence within her, encouraging her to be her best self, and helping her navigate through life's most challenging moments. Brigitte brings Jay down to earth. Yes, he does. She does. Loves him for exactly who he is and appreciates his generosity like no other. Jay finds happiness in Bridgette's positive outlook on life and love. Brigitte finds joy in Jay's curiosity and for life and adventure. They share many interests like music, movies, and food. They accept each other wholeheartedly and entertain each other's hobbies, like binging Bravo shows. And sitting through hours of football on Sundays. Yes. Brigitte will give Jay the large family that will love and support him. And Jay will treat Brigitte with the utmost care, like her mother did as the only child. And with that, the two have built one of the best foundations one can witness. It's so pure and forgiving. It's a love without expectations, and one deserves that to be admired by everyone here today. A wedding is never the end of a couple's story, but it's just the beginning. We're gonna do vows now. Okay, deep breath. Oh man, how do
I follow that shit out? Yeah. Being the true Libra that I am, you know, I'm one of the most indecisive people who could make a decision to save her life. But swiping right on you was the easiest choice I ever made. You're easily one of the most kind, generous, and thoughtful person who knows how to help temper my anxieties, whether it be range anxiety, housing market anxiety, or just profusely worrying whether or not our cat Remy is lonely and misses us at home. Thank you for being you and accepting me as I am. This is why I didn't want to do vows. No. In return, I promise to root for every Minnesota team with you, even when they're down in the fourth quarter. I promise not to overfeed Remy with too many treats. I promise not to lie to you anymore about already being on the road to pick you up at the airport. When you know I'm still at home just hanging out with Remy. And it's not because you can see my location and find my friends, and that you can also see that the car hasn't moved in the last 10 minutes on the Tesla app. I'm sorry. But overall, I'm just still in shock that someone so out of my league could fall in love with someone like me. I never imagined my life to be so wonderful. I love you, Jay.
I was gonna kiss you, but I can't do that yet. I thought you wanted to do the vows this time. Brigitte, I don't say these things enough to you. I actually don't know if I've ever truly told you how much I love you. So that's why I'm happy I get to do it in front of all of our closest friends and family. But I'm being honest because I want everyone here to know just how much you mean to me. Brigitte, I love you. I love life with you, and the happiness that you make me feel is all that I ever need in my life. The way that you love me has allowed me to love myself in a way that I never knew that I could. You make me my best self. I'm so lucky to share my life with you. I love our home so much. You are the warmth that truly makes our house a home. You are the president. You're the #1 cat mom to Remy. Like you mentioned, you are my on-call chauffeur whenever I'm traveling. You are my support. And you are the support that gets me through life. You're my best friend, and you're my everything. The love you give me will always be enough. Because you love me so much, and I want you to know that I will always love you as much as you love me.
Do you, J. Lee Eggenberger, take Brigitte Pham to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Okay. Wait, yeah. To have and to hold in sickness and in health, in good times and not so good times, for richer or poor, keeping yourself unto him, her, for as long as you both shall live.
Yes, I still do. Yes.
Yes. Do you, Brigitte Pham, take J. Lee Eggenberger to be your lawfully wedded husband? Yeah. I mean, yeah. We're doubling up
I
here.
do.
Yeah. To have and to hold in sickness and in health, in good times and not so good times, for richer or poor, keeping yourself unto him for as long as you both shall live.
I do.
Okay, good. A ring is an unbroken circle with ends that have been joined together. It represents your union, and it is a symbol of infinity and infinite love. When you look at these rings on your hands, be reminded of the moment, this moment, your commitment, and the love you feel for each other. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love with the pledge.
Jay, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love with this pledge.
To love you today,
To love you today,
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
always and forever.
always and forever.
Brigitte, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love with this pledge.
To love you today, tomorrow, always and forever.
To love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Before these witnesses, you have pledged to be joined together in marriage. You have now sealed this pledge with your wedding rings. By the great state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. Woo! Give it up for the newlyweds, Jay and Brigitte!
I can't win, I can't reign. I will never win this game without you, without you, without you, without you, without you. I am lost, I am vain. I will never be the same without you, without you, without you, without you. I'll take blame, but I can't accept that we're estranged without you. Without you, I can't quit now. This can't be right. I can't take one more sleepless night without you. Without you, I won't serve, I won't climb. If you're not here, I'm paralyzed without you. Without you, I can't look, I'm so blind. I lost my heart, I lost my mind without you. I am lost, I am vain. I will never be the same without you. Without you, without you, without you.
keep this really short so you can get on with the party. But I just want to thank everybody from traveling, from Jay's family. You came a long distance, and all his friends, and all of Bridget's family. I know you travel a long distances, and you came a long ways to be here. And you're what making the wedding so special, being here. I'll just say to Julie and Joel, we're so happy to have Jay as our son-in-law. He's awesome. And the best thing about that is now I don't have to lift anything heavy. I just call up, hey Jay, come on over. And to Brigitte, she's a beautiful young lady I've got to watch blossom over the years, and I couldn't be any prouder of her, and I love her so much. And they're going to be a wonderful, wonderful husband and wife, and I can't wait to watch them. So anyways, that's it for me.
I'm gonna say something in Vietnamese. Thank you everybody, family, friends, and come to the Brigitte wedding. And I'm happy to see all the faces that I haven't seen for years. Thank you.
So just okay, is this working? Yes. Wow, we're here. We made it. We did it. And I'm so happy that all you guys get to be here with us. We had a long journey to get to this wedding, and I'll say I was the groomzilla and threatened to cancel it one time or another. But now that we're all here and all of you guys took time to be here with us, it really couldn't mean more to us for you guys to be here with our special day. I'd just like to thank my family, obviously. Mom, Dad, I would love for you guys to come up here and be with me. Just my parents, obviously, found it in their heart to love somebody like me and raise me as their own. And they are a true, it's a true example of love, and I just love you guys both so much. So now everybody was telling me it's gonna go really fast. Today is gonna be the fastest day, and I was there at 11 o'clock sweating my ass off, like, when is it gonna go faster? But now we got some drinks in us, now the night is gonna pick up. Let's all have a good time. We're so happy that you guys could be here with us tonight, so thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Erin, and I am Brigitte's maid of honor and self-proclaimed. Thank you. Self-proclaimed best friend, Jay. Hope you're listening. So, hey. So I've known Brigitte for about 10 years now. We actually met back in college. Back then, way back then, I worked at Starbucks with her cousin, Mimi. So one year, my college roommates and I were throwing a Christmas party, and Mimi convinced Brigitte to come with her. We'd been playing games and doing some drinking, and later that night, I go in my room, and there's this random person sleeping on the top bunk. And I'm like, what the heck? For those of you who have ever gone to a party with Brigitte, you can relate, because she's always the first one asleep. Yeah, you know. Anyways, so needless to say, I was like, who the hell is this strange person asleep in my bed? And Mimi was like, oh, that's just my cousin. So that's the first time that I remember meeting Brigitte, but she might not remember meeting me. I know, I'm pretty funny. Years later, we worked together at Applied Medical, and Brigitte and I actually started on the same day. So part of the onboarding process is you get your vaccinations and your flu shot and all that shit. Sorry. This is not censored. So Brigitte and I decided to go do all of that together. We're like, let's go to CVS, get our flu shot, and then dip from work early. You know, the responsible adult thing to do. And so we get to CVS, and we're in the nurse's room, and I asked Brigitte, I'm like, hey, can I go first? I'm kind of afraid of needles because I'm a little bitch, and I didn't want to chicken out of getting it. So Brigitte lets me go because she lets me do whatever I want. And the next thing I remember is Brigitte holding my head up from falling on the ground because I had passed out. So Brigitte's like trying to keep my body, and I'm heavier than I look. I'm even heavier than I look, guys. And Bridget's like holding my weight off the ground while she has her own flu shot needle stuck in her arm. So in that situation, you either like never talk to that loser again or you become best friends, which is thankfully what happened to us. Thank you. So fast forward a couple more years and Bridget and I are going through breakups at the same time. And most of the time people are like, breakups suck and I hate them, but in this case, it was fucking awesome. Because, yeah, I stand by it, it's fucking awesome. Because it gave me the opportunity to live with my best friend. You guys are funnier than I am. So anyways, Bridget and I have very similar emotions and personalities, especially when it comes to the most important things in life, such as Pizza Hut over Domino's every damn day. Yeah. Who we like, more importantly, who we hate in different reality TV shows that Bridget makes me watch. And also how tall different celebrities are, because we care a lot about that. Yeah, you know Jay. We ask Google all the time, like, how tall is Tom Holland? He's 5'8", if you guys care. Zendaya is 5'10", so there's a height difference. Yeah. Anyways, so when we moved in together, all of that became like super exaggerated to the point where our friends would lovingly refer to us as bullies, haters, yeah, haters for sure, and annoyingly nosy, all of which may be slightly accurate. All right, we'll get into it. But the thing that you have to know about Bridget as a friend is she is like a ride or die, like hype woman. She will hype you up no matter what, like all your good decisions, she's behind you. All your bad decisions, she's for sure behind you. Bridget is always okay taking the back seat to everything. You were the spotlight. What I love the most about Jay is when he came onto the scene, he did the same for Bridget. He was her ultimate hype man. He saw all of the amazing qualities we see in Bridget every day, and he was like, fuck yeah, this bitch has it going on. And he put her in the spotlight. So, for those of you who know me, you know that I have my own sister who's pretty rad. We're nothing alike. But in this life, Brigitte is my chosen sister. And just like with my real sister, usually we're laughing and having fun, and I'm loving every minute of it. The rest of the time, I'm annoyed with her, and I'm like, I can't stand you. But I need some space. But I love her all of the time, and how could you not? But, also like with my real sister, I'm fiercely protective of her, and no one is ever good enough for my friend. So, some would say that I have impossible standards for the person she dates. Maybe true. When her and Jay started dating, I was like, all right, here we go again. Like, let me find all the flaws, Bridget's leaving out of the conversation. And that's what I'm gonna spend the rest of this time talking about. How much time do I got? No, I'm just kidding. What I noticed when they first started dating was how much Bridget would laugh on the phone and how much she was talking. Not as much as Jay, because we all can relate, that's impossible. Jay will out-talk anyone here. But a lot more than her normally really shy, introverted personality allows for. And I was like, wow, this is kind of cool to see my best friend feeling so comfortable and so at ease with this person that she just met. And I noticed that when we started hanging out with our friends, and let's be real, our friends can be pretty fucking judgy. Sorry. Yeah. In case you guys didn't know, we can be pretty judgy. And Jay just fit right in. It was like he was part of the group the whole time. He brought out this like really different side of Bridget, and totally balanced her out. So while Bridget might be the first person to fall asleep at a party, Jay's like the last man standing. He's like taking shots at the end of the night. Yeah. In good ways and bad ways. We've all been there with him. You know, while we're playing games, and we might be playing Uno, and Bridget's losing and mad at everyone and yelling, and Jay's like right there giving her another like draw 4, laughing the whole time. it's this really cool dynamic that I've loved to see. Bridge, you know that I love you. You are so much more intelligent, smart, caring, loving, loyal than you will ever give yourself credit for. And I'm just here to tell y'all that Bridget's never gonna say it, so I will. She's the fucking best. All right, that will suffice. I mean, it's kind of, she deserves more, but whatever. You're the first person that I want to tell all my stories to. And not just because you laugh at all my jokes and you have all the proper responses, like she gasps at all the right times and she's indignant. If you guys have ever seen Brigitte mad, she does this crazy thing where she cracks all of her knuckles at the same time. I can only do one. I can't do it like Brigitte, but she's like, ugh, and like cracking everything. It's fucking perfect. But anyways, I am so thankful that I have you as a friend, a coworker, a rideshare buddy, and honestly, one of my extended family. I love you more than most of my family. You know that. And Jay, you are the crazy, fun person that everyone wants for their best friend. Like everything I could have hoped for. You make Bridget better, maybe a little more responsible. We could all use it. You put up with all of our crazy shit. You come to movie nights, even though you know I'm going to talk through the entire thing. And I love you. Yeah, Paddington too, everyone, if you're interested. And I just love you. I love how much you love Bridget. Otherwise, I would have to hate you. When Bridget and Jay first started dating, Bridget and I used to joke that we were sister wives. We were like a 2-for-1 deal. And so Jay was going to have to take me on too, which is way too much to handle. And so tonight I officially relinquish my claim on Bridget. She's all yours. She's your problem now. Better fucking take care of her. Anyways, I propose a toast to the newlyweds, these cutie patooties, to Bridget and Jay.
Thank you so much. And let's please hear it one more time. Give it up for Aaron. Well done, yeah. So, you write things, they're not gonna work, but like I gotta question a couple of things that she said. Jay has not always been the last man standing at a party. I've seen him disappear more often. So I'm glad he's grown, because that's what we do, we grow. Thank you, everybody. First, I want to start, thank you to the parents. Ken, by the way, Ken walked in yesterday. We were wherever we were. That boy looked like the Terminator when he walked in. Like, I want to be him when I'm his age. So good for you, Ken. But thank you, Ken and Christine. Cheers to you guys. Beautiful house. Joel and Julie, it was great to see you guys. Congratulations, it's awesome. And Emily, it was great to see you. I didn't know Jay liked beats, so it's never a thing he's ever had before, so thank you for teaching me that. Back when I met Jay, the first time I met Jay was in basketball. He was way better than I was. But the other thing for Joel and Julie, you cut him a bowl cut. Like, when Jay would move one way, his bowl cut would move the other direction. And like, you wouldn't know how to defend him because it was impossible to know. So we were adversaries when we first started that whole thing. And but I was impressed with his athleticism. It was great. And then we went to high school together. And in fact, another thing for Joel and Julie, we did this class that was independent study, which is a bunch of bullshit. But we would sneak to your house, you don't know this, and we would steal your vodka, and we would get drunk before fourth period calculus. And you're like, oh, my dad's not going to drink that shit anyway, so that's fine. And then we would see how long we could have our pants around our ankles before someone would notice. So, no, don't listen to him. He's lying. It was everywhere. It was a disaster. But so, it's crazy. I've been looking forward to this moment for a long time for him. He's the most special person in my life that's not a family member. but he is a family member. And there's a lot of stories that I can't tell. And that I can't. Like, we might, no. We might go to jail if we tell someone. But this is super awesome that we're getting here. One story I can tell, we were in college, and to be honest, I was real stoned. The new Call of Duty just came out, and we went to a guy's house to play it, and I went to go hide in a tree when the cops came, and Jay had to come find me in a tree. He's like, Nick, what are you doing? Jay, I'm hiding. What the fuck do you think I'm doing? And so then he leaves me, as he does, and then he held my hair back when I puked when I was at home. And, that's just one of the many things Jay does well. In our adult life, so Jay did my speech because he was my best man. And I'm going to keep this short because Jay's was about 38 minutes when he did mine. So long, actually, Logan had to throw up. It was so emotional. Underneath the table, in front of everybody. So I promised to keep it short, but one of the things Jay contributed most is we did this thing called Pass It On. I don't know if you guys ever played this before. And it was decided on the bus to the event that we would play this game. And the idea was you'd give a wet willy to the person in front of you. The majority of the back of the bus was our group. So inherently, you play with our group. Well, then it gets to Jay. I appreciate what a soldier he is, man, because the person in front of him was not a part of our group. And Jay gives a wet willy to some man's wife. And she had kids, like she was not a part, she was already annoyed with us anyway. But Jay, pass it on. She's like, I ain't passing that shit on. They take Jay out, her husband puts him against the bus. Hey man, we're into that frat shit, bro. Like, I'm like, hey Jay, you know what? I appreciate what a good soldier you are, man. It was great. But then now we're fast forward, and I gotta actually also give a shout out. Janelle, where are you at, Janelle? Janelle, first of all, fantastic job today. That was awesome. Give her a round of applause. So Jay's always obviously been incredibly important to me, but I've done a horrific job of helping him survive, to be quite honest. Janelle is Jay's Southern California mom, and so many times she has bailed him out, found him, fixed a strategy, but also helped to get to where we are today. And it was a journey to get to where we are today. And so this brings you guys now. This is so fucking cool that these guys are together, man. It's awesome. And Aaron mentioned this. Like, I think what's the best, so it's funny, we were talking today in the truck. We're having a drink. We snuck some Fireball in and we're having a cocktail. And we were talking about what's the best thing about Jay, Logan asked. And everybody's eyes were wide open, like, everything. Everything is great about the man. And I looked at the people that he surrounds himself with. And I looked at this group, our group that we know. Your family is unfucking believable. You guys are awesome, man. It's a testament to both of you, but it's really a testament to Jay. He's a fucking special guy, man. And now he has a special wife to spend all this time, and thank God it's not our responsibility anymore, Janelle. This is, I think outside of marrying my wife, which I love you, dear, you're the best. This is the second favorite moment of my life. I am so happy that you guys are here. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me, dude, besides my wife. I love you. And I'm glad now that the new best thing in his life is right next to me, and she is the best. By the way, she drives a Corolla. She's real pissed. She drives a Tesla, and I called it a Corolla. She's going to kick my ass. So I'm going to end it there, guys. And I have a toast that Jay knows very well. To the nights we'll never remember, the friends we'll never forget, and Sam Jench. I want to raise a glass, everybody. Cheers. This is a fucking great night. Let's go. Hey.
For once in my life, I have some me, someone I needed so long. For once unafraid, I can go where life leads me. Somehow I know I'll be strong. For once I can touch what my heart used to dream of long before I knew. Oh, someone warm like you would make my dreams come true. Yeah. For once in my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. For once I have something that I know won't desert me. I'm not alone anymore. For once I can say, is this my